Okay, we are going to be doing some spot separations for screen printing using Adobe Photoshop. What I've done here is I've brought up an image that I've created in CorelDRAW and I've exported it into Photoshop in order to do the SEPs. This is going to be relatively a simple task to do. And later tutorials we'll start moving into a little bit more complicated things like gradients and white underbases. Okay, as you can see, I have the image here to size, the size that I want it, which is approximately 11 inches wide. Um, and it's at 300. We'll check the image, go to image size. You want it to be resolution of 300 dpi, or 300 pixels per inch. Okay, that's a nice that's a nice resolution, because if you zoom in here and you look at a lot bigger than what you're actually going to see it, nice fine lines here, nice thin smooth lines, and that's what you want, because you want your print to look good, you want your screens to come out nice. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to start. You see I have my channels palette open, and if this isn't open, just go over to your Windows and click on channels. I also have my layers open too, and the image has to be flat. The image has to be flat, and it has to be in RGB mode. Okay, so moving on here, we'll start with the channel. So what we're going to do is we're going to separate this into spot colors, and what we're going to do here is we're going to use it. We do it by creating channels. So with your channels palette open, there's a little arrow to the right here. New channel. Okay. Oops, not that one. That's the one you really don't want. So hit cancel. You want new spot channel, not new channel, new spot channel. Okay. And I've called this shirt color because what I want to do is I want to put it on a gray shirt. So I'm gonna pick the color out here, and I'm gonna pick out like maybe an ash gray shirt, like close to that color right there. Okay. And solidity at 100%. Okay. Now what we've got here is we've got a channel, and we've called it shirt. Of course, it's not gray. So edit, fill. Now since we're working in spot colors, this is much like you're film positive, so everything's gonna be in black. Because color it black, hit OK, now it's gray. Turn that channel off, and you have your RGB channels. Now make sure your RGB channel is, you click on it just like that. Make sure it's blue. Okay, now to start getting some colors out, we're going to pick the green out right here, this box. You want to go up to select, color range, and that's going to pull up this little box right here. And I'm going to move that over to the side here so you can see this. And it's going to, as you go on the screen, you can see it's a little eyedropper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this, but first of all I want you to invert box, click that so it looks like what you're getting. Click on the green. Okay, now over here in this box you can see shades, light shade of gray in here. You don't want that. You want just the green. You don't want any halftone colors going into all this, because it make a real mess. I usually find that cutting it back to about 112 for spot colors, that normally gets it. Okay, and we've got this selected. That's exactly the green we want. We hit OK. Now what it's going to do is it's found it. Okay, now don't click on anything, but go over here to your channels fly up menu here, and there's this little box down here. It's a little box with a circle in it. Save selection as channel. Click on that, and bingo, there it is. Go up select and deselect, or use Control D. That's what I do. Now double click. It brings it up, and we're going to call this green, and we want it to be a spot color. Okay, now solidity, we want the solidity on spot channels to be 5%. Make it green by clicking on this, picking out a green that's close, and I want something that's more like kind of like a Dallas green. So there you go. And one other thing you can do is if you have a Pantone swatch book, like say I know I have a green that's from a particular company that I like, and I've taken my swatch book and I matched it up with the Pantone color and said, okay, we go in here to custom, and say it was 361, or better yet, let's just say we'll pick something out here. Let's just say it's 361. You click on one of these, and you actually type in 361. Whoops, that didn't work. 361. Okay. Now see, it automatically picks it for you. You hit OK. If it was a Pantone color, now you can call it anything you want. I mean, you can call it, Will Flex green, damn good green, one stroke green, my green, the green, any green you want. Okay, hit OK. Now, turn on your shirt color. Bam, there it is. Okay, back to your RGB. We're going to do it again. Select color range. This time we're going to pick yellow. Bam, there it is. Okay, double click. Deselect. Double click. Spot color 5%. Yellow. Okay, and we're just gonna call that one yellow. Okay, now we're back. Okay, RGB. Select color range. Blue. Bam, just like that. Deselect. Deselect. Okay. Now we double click. Spot color 5%. Blue. Oops. I want to call that blue. And like I said, you call it anything you want. I mean, me personally, I would label it the ink colors that you're going to use, so that when you save the file and you bring it up a year from now, you know what it is. Okay, we got the red selected this time. Double click. Red. And it defaults to red, so we're good. Solidity is 5. Spot color. Bam. Deselect. And I use Control D on that one. Back to the RGB. Now we're going to get the black. Color range. Black. Bam. Just like that. Call this black. And you don't have to deselect it. A lot of times I like to, because the marching ants kind of get on my nerves. Okay, black. Now, shirt color. As you can see, when you deselect any of these channels and you just have one, so you just pick just the red here. See, it's black. It's black. It's black. That's the way it works. It's got to be colored in black. Think of it much like your screens and your positives. It's black and white. What's white's going to be clear, what's black is going to be solid. And you turn on a shirt color, kind of gives you a little bit of a preview. Check that out. There it is. Just like that. Now, printing wise, what you want to do is you want to go to File, Print Preview. Okay. And we're going to pick out, we'll say that's a paper size we're going to use. Screens. Now, this doesn't have any halftones, so there's really no necessity in even messing with the settings. Okay? But what you can do is, what I normally do, let's just pick a page size here. Let's go with Super 83, which, some of you got it, some of you don't. Okay, there we go. I got the shirt color selected, but I don't want to print the shirt color, but we're going to leave it on there. Labels. That's going to print out what the name of the channel is. If it's Pantone 361, or if it's yellow, if it's black. Registration marks. Registration marks are, for this design, it's probably overkill, but, for conversation's sake. So one other thing I select here is the center crop marks. And what that does is it puts crop marks right there in the center of the design. That way, I just find it, helpful. Okay, so I hit done. Okay, now when you're printing, make sure your RGB channels are turned off. Make sure your shirt color is turned off. The only channels that have the little eye next to it is the colors you want to print out. You go back to Print Preview, and what you got here, it looks kind of goofy, but you can see your crop marks in here. And all you got to do at this point for spot colors is hit Print and do it all by itself. Just like that, and you're done.